I'm sorry, Mr. Barkham, but I cannot. What? This Flawed Heart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. IFA, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
That last statement.
Saw it clear as day. I'm gonna press that for a second. What about the other man? Oh.
Pressing is a penalty? No! You can't even distinguish it from the photo.
Okay. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
Oh, what? You got what?
Look at this photograph.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart?
What? Did you see the defense that night? Defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
You're right. It was a cold and foggy night, and the fog was as thick as grits. Once I finished up setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. And I heard that noise outside and looked up with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You used binoculars. Very well. This one better be good. I'm not sure now. Okay. I'm nervous in pressing. So I'm gonna press this. I'm not binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Also, wouldn't you have to point the camera up at the sky and not at the lake? Just saying. I've got doubts about your camera too. Is that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant in this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to the case? It was pointed at the lake, not at the sky. If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning. Know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, you wish to press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is utmost important, Your Honor. Again, because she was aiming, if she's aiming it also, too, the fact that she's looking. Perhaps it is the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Well, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well, Miss Hart. You may testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I heard ya.
The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise, I want to press this. Because the reason I'm saying that, why the fuck
do you need a mic for a meteor shower? And why do you need something to automatically take pictures with a sound when a loud sound also is facing the lake? Also, it was foggy.
Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know that the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing.
Yeah, well, see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight hard.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now, wait a minute.
To continue your testimony, you were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please.
Here's the thing, I'm gonna present this again. You don't need audio equipment for a fucking meteor shower.
Objection!
You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie.
Says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointing directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take a photo of the stars, Miss Hart.
Also, could we talk about the audio equipment? Because no shooting star is going to make a fucking noise.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well, then what exactly was she photographing? Is this supposed to be...
Okay. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was...
But that doesn't make sense for the sound. That doesn't make sense for the sound, though.
Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this, a newspaper article? Gordy.
The sighting at Gord Lake.
Well, Miss Hart.
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see, you proved that I was down at the lake to take pictures of this Gordy.
I have it. Proof. Very well, let's see it and no joking around this time, please. But it's a proof that you were trying to...
All of our equipment is literally not set up to the sky.
Take that!
The proof is your own camera. Your camera was set to photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had your camera set to respond to loud noises.
Order, I see. Could you photo the
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?
The reason she was taking the photo of Gordy... Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to take a photograph of Gordy. You got me. So what? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
And as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine. I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Not a research student at the university, investigative photographer. So I was camping out at the lake. That's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out of the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. And I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard a gunshot. I was looking
right at the boat the whole time. Cross my heart, hope to cry.
Objection!
The witness' testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There's no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Objection!
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, and I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her. Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin.
You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
That would be a first. Very funny.
You understand this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright? There's no problem with the testimony this time. We'll let the witness leave. I'll announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Not a research student, investigative photographer. Don't care about that. Can't pick out the lake. Looks... Why wasn't she paying attention to the lake the whole time?
Hold it!
Hopefully this is right. Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected.
Hold it!
Push that one.
There wasn't much else to look at.
Yep.
I don't know, she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat.
What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pop. I'm getting there.
Okay. Oh god, I have to count. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna press this.
Because why? She would have been paying attention to the lake the whole time.
Objection!
Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat with binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You'd need them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well?
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be a witness to murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But heck, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who with this.
Right. That's why I took this photo.
Objection!
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She also mentioned a second photo. She really couldn't see what the photo was from shooting. She said she was going to enlarge it and drop the quality it might, but let's see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, I'll be in prison for edge for or worse. What should I do? I'm gonna double check. Okay. Miss Hart, look at this. Can we stop quoting Nickelback? Or did Nickelback come up with this idea from here? You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist.
What y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
We still cannot see who's firing this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little done any of this. That's why I requested she not show. I suppose this means the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart, and none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Also, she did lie. I'll just saying. Then I believe it's time for me to clear my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. It was fired 3 times, only 2 shots were heard, and only 1 bullet was found. This is bad, really bad. What should I do? Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean by what about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. Also, was it the right hand? Oh.
Take that!
Here, Your Honor. Where?
It's at the pistol! Because wasn't it the other hand?
Hold on. Oh, it's the hand holding the pistol, not the pistol.
Take that!
Oops.
Here, Your Honor. The shooter, I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter restraint? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand is what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts.
Take that!
That's right.
The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol with his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim is none other than the victim himself. Order. So, you saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry. The suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance. The victim was shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Also, that wouldn't mean that the boat. So Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I've already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to have been the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I've yet to be declared innocent, Wright. Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? He didn't commit suicide then. Who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. And not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. No? Right. What? Tell her something. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. But of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the thing she heard. 3 shots fired, 2 gunshots, 1 bullet failed. Again, that has to mean something. But that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!